It's not that chili.
Is it almost done?
I think so.
Oh, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat.
What do you do? Each other. That's groovy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it looks pretty hot.
Oh, it's too hot to eat! Oh, what a mess.
That's groovy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Spilly Chile's Bowl of Rocks. Happy New Year, everybody. This is the first show of 2010, and I want you to know I'm just bringing in some of my all-time favorites back for the best shows ever this year. We're going to have some really incredible stuff, and I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to get right on into it tonight with some country fried blues with Jayme, Kelly Curtis, and Topher Gale.
Well, if the song's too hot, cool it if you can. You better go out and get yourself a 5-cent fan and fan it. Fan it if you fan it and cool it, honey. You can't go wrong. I got myself a new guy, doesn't have a clue. You wanna make me love you, I'll tell you what to do. You just fan it. Fan it if you fan it and cool it, honey. You can't go wrong. Aw, fan it, Topher. Mama's in the kitchen, just heard that back door slam. You'd best get out that kitchen, quit scorching the ham now. Fan it if you fan it and cool it, honey. You can't go wrong. Papa's got the watch, Mama's got the chain. Sister's got her arms full, just fanning that thing now. Fan it if you fan it and cool it, honey. You can't go wrong. One more time. Spent 6 months in jail, my back against the wall. Fanning that thing was the cause of it all. Now, fan it if you fan it and cool it, honey. You can't go wrong. Hear these women talking about their monkey men, about their fighting husbands and their no good friends. Well, these poor women sit around all day and moan, wondering why their wandering papas don't come home. But wild women don't worry, wild women never get the blues. Now if you got a man, don't ever stay on the square. If you do, you know he'll have a woman everywhere. I never was known to treat no man right. I keep 'em working hard both day and night, because wild women don't worry, wild women never get the blues. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably apparent where this program is going. I am known in Santa Cruz as a songwriter, but my first love is this kind of traditional country blues. And so tonight we're going to cover all your favorite vices, your basic gambling, your drinking, and your whoring around. Because wild women don't worry, wild women never get the blues. Go for it, Topher. Got a disposition, got a way of my own. If you don't like it, baby, you can find another home. I like to drink good liquor, stay out late at night, go home and put my man out if he don't do right. Because wild women don't worry, wild women never get the blues. You never get nowhere by being an angel child. You better change your ways and then you get real wild. I wanna tell you something and it ain't no lie. Wild women are the only kind that ever get by. Because wild women don't worry, wild women never get the blues.
Hey, boys and girls, isn't this wonderful? What a great sound, what a great show. Tonight we have Jayme Kelly Curtis and Topher Gale with me. Jayme, you're my all-time favorite. Tell me, how'd you get together with Topher and come up with this stuff?
Oh, well, those are two separate questions. And the first question is, I know Topher through California Coast Music Camp, which is a wonderful, wonderful organization for anybody who wants to go play music for a week in the woods with a bunch of aging hippies.
Now, where's this at? I never heard of that before. Topher, why don't you tell me, where's that at?
Well, it's east of Sacramento, near Forest Hills. Isn't that the name of it? I think it's Forest Hills, yeah.
And you're an instructor up there.
I am.
Oh, wonderful. Boys and girls, is that a summertime thing? Summertime with Topher, boy. I don't know if you can learn any better instrumentation than that. That's great. And then, so what makes you play this wonderful country blues?
Well, this is where I started. When I was 15 years old, I met a guy named Raleigh Brown, who was a student of the legendary Reverend Gary Davis. And he was my first guitar instructor, and he taught me the alternating thumb and fingerstyle guitar style that I still use today on the songs that I write. And this is what started my love affair with music in general, was the country blues.
And I'm talking fried chicken steak with white gravy, brothers and sisters. We're talking chicken fried steak, because this is some beautiful stuff going on here. So, you've got one heck of a guitar here, girlfriend. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I do. This is a parlor guitar. This size and style of guitar was popular in the early part of the last century, so like the teens, the 10s and 20s in the U.S. But
and we're talking 1910, not 2010, folks. We're talking 100 years ago, okay? Just so you boys and girls know, this is long before your daddy was born.
That's exactly right. And if we can get a shot of it, I'll show you the back of it. It has a lot of beautiful carving on it, and it has perplexed many luthiers. And let me show. Here's the back. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but Santa Cruz is home to many world-class luthiers, guitar builders, and all of them have looked at this, and nobody's been able to tell me definitively where this guitar came from. Some people say Mexico, some people say Germany, and some people say various places.
And believe me, boys and girls, that doesn't do it justice to camera. I mean, I'm looking at this thing. This is one beautiful guitar. How much does something like that cost?
Guitar prices are quite relative. I don't really remember what I paid for this one because I have too many instruments at home.
And that's a fact, boys and girls. Jayme does have a bunch. She's been on the show a few times in a couple different configurations, and so glad to have her. And I'm not going to talk anymore because I want to just get back to this music. Here they are, Jayme Kelly Curtis and Topher Gale with some beautiful music for you. Here you go.
Lipstick and a poppy red rouge and a shingle bob haircut and a shot of good booze. Won't you hurry home, sweet daddy? Don't you take no time. If you wait too long, your mama will be gone. Hurry down to the dress shop. Get the one that looks best. Your own pretty mama want a brand new dress. Won't you hurry home, sweet daddy? Don't you take no time. If you wait too long, your mama will be gone. Don't take no time. How dirty will it be? Cock-a-doodle-doodly-doo. This is a family show. Richland woman say, any doodle-doo. Won't you hurry home, sweet daddy? Don't you take no time. If you wait too long, your mama will be gone. With my rosy red garters, pink hose on my feet, my turkey red bluebirds got a rumble seat. Won't you hurry home, sweet daddy? Don't you take no time. If you wait too long, your mama will be gone. Don't take any time, Toph. Go for it. Come along, young man, everything is setting right. You know my husband's gone away till next Saturday night. Won't you hurry home, sweet daddy? Don't you take no time. If you wait too long, your mama will be gone. If you wait too long, mama will be gone. If you wait too long, your mama will be gone. This one goes out to all my friends in my adopted hometown of Felton. Roaring camp train, so near and so plain, is the voice of my Santa Cruz home. No far off wanderlust, no dreams of snow and rust are stirred by the roaring camp train. In the sleepy afternoon, she sings her happy tune, and to the top of Bear Mountain she climbs. She seeks no distant land, just circles down to surf and sand, and she's waving hello once again. Many sunlit days, the big trees gave us shade. We worked hard and we played, and the train laid down a soundtrack for our time. When they drive me away, come the final day, I will listen for the roaring camp train. Came the hard times and foreclosure signs sprang like mushrooms after hard winter rain. When they drive me away, come the final day, I will listen for the roaring camp train. In the redwoods and the pines, I near lost my mind, were it not for the sound of that train. When they drive me away, come the final day, I will listen for the roaring camp train. Without my walking stick, I'd go insane. Can't look my best, I feel undressed without my cane. Must have my walking stick, 'cause it may rain. When it pours, can't be outdoors without my cane. If I ever left my house without my walking stick, oh, that would be something I could never explain. The thing that makes me click on Lover's Lane would go for naught if I were caught without my cane. If I ever left my house without my walking stick, oh, that would be something I could never explain. The thing that makes me click on Lover's Lane would go for no.
Hey, boys and girls, I can't tell you how much fun I'm having tonight. This is some incredible music tonight. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. And Topher, you got one heck of a little mandolin here that looks like a dobro, that looks like a mandolin. What the heck is that thing?
Well, I call it a mandinator, and I made it myself. It's got 5 strings instead of 8 like most of them do, and it sounds a little different from a regular mandolin because it's got 5 strings and a resonator. It's like an aluminum speaker cone underneath this shiny thing. You want to hear it?
Boys and girls, when we're talking resonators, that's not me after smoking a lot. We're talking some great sound stuff here, although I like to resonate quite a bit. You already know that. So, Topher, I guess you are manufacturing these guitars here in town. Can people get a hold of you to get something like that?
I would go to www.tophergale.com. TOPHERGAYLE. That's it.
And where are you located?
I'm in San Jose.
What made you decide on 5 strings instead of 8?
Well, I have one with 8, but I like to have the low C here. Most mandolins don't go that low. Most mandolins stop here. That's why I have it.
And that's so you can do some bass lines during your songs?
Yeah, or I can play in a different key really easily. It combines the pitch range of a mandolin with the pitch range of a mandola, which is a tenor mandolin.
Nice. And what's that crazy thing called again?
A mandinator.
Oh, boys and girls, it's just too much fun. You know, Santa Cruz is just a hotbed of entertainment and talent. I'm just so fortunate to be able to bring it to you. Jayme, we got this song called Dough Won't Rise, and I know we're not talking about the donuts that I get at Farrell's on 17th. What's up with the Dough Won't Rise, baby?
Well, it was written by a blues man named Lil Rev out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who comes to Santa Cruz quite frequently and gives workshops through the Ukulele Club of Santa Cruz. And it's on his most recent album. He wrote it, and I converted it to the guitar.
And now, as you mentioned in the song, we're not really talking about the bread, boys and girls.
No, this is true. This is a song a kind of a song that is known as a hokum. And as I say in the song, a hokum is a kind of a song that appears to be about one thing, but is really about something quite different.
And that's the Spilly Chile way of life, boys and girls, right there. So without further ado, let's get back to the music with Jayme Kelly Curtis, Topher Gale, The Dough Don't Rise, and it doesn't go for long when it does. Here we go.
Contemporary blues man, my good friend Lil Rev out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And he wrote this song at the Passover table, and you can sing along with Topher. The Jews left Egypt, they was on the fly. Weren't no time for the dough to rise. Now the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
No, the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
Why should I be surprised when the dough won't rise? You wanna bake some bread, you got to put it in the oven. You want it to rise, you gotta push the right button, or the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
No, the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
Why should I be surprised when the dough won't rise? Old Mr. Johnson, he was awful surprised after 50 years of baking. Now the dough won't rise. Now the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
No, the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
Why should I be surprised when the dough won't rise? Now you may be asking yourself, is she still talking about baking bread? I don't think so. This is a hokum. And a hokum is the kind of a song that appears to be about one thing, but is really about boinking. I dreamed about you, baby, late last night. Mostly how you don't treat me right. Now the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
No, the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
Why should I be surprised when the dough won't rise?
done surprised my baby with breakfast in bed. I got so excited, but my jam wouldn't spread, 'cause the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
No, the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
Why should I be surprised when the dough won't rise? Now some people say when you're through, you're through, but you can take Viagra 'cause it just won't do when the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
No, the dough won't rise.
The dough won't rise.
Why should I be surprised when the Listen, pretty papa, please get out of my sight. I'm calling it quits now, right from this very night. You've had your day, don't stand around. You were a good old wagon daddy, but you done broke down. Hurry down to the blacksmith shop and get yourself an overhaul. There ain't nothing about you to make a good woman want to fall. You were in your prime, you used to love to run around. You were a good old wagon daddy, but you done broke down. When the sun is shining, that's the time to make hay. Lately it's raining all the time, and you can't make your wagon pay. Nobody wants a baby when a real man can be found. You're a good old wagon daddy, but you done broke down. Ain't no use in complaining or to make a big show. This new man has taught me more about loving than you will ever know. He's the king of loving, he's just minus a crown. He's a good old wagon daddy, but he ain't broke down. No, no, daddy, but he ain't broke down. No, sir, daddy, and he ain't broke down.
Wow, I can't thank Jayme and Topher enough for coming down and helping out. Got to thank Community TV for giving us this wonderful opportunity to do this crazy show. You know, again, 2010, we got some really great bands coming up. Got to thank the wonderful world's best crew on the planet. Danette DeVary's directing. Jeff Samuels doing the CG. Sandy Lee did the sets and the sound and the lights. Had Bobby running camera. We had somebody new tonight, Robin Little, coming in for the first time. Thanks, Robin. Merlin on camera. The amazing one and only Becky Armour doing the hand cam. What a great crew. And they come down here and do this all for free week after week, boys and girls. Can't thank any of them enough. Got to thank Pipeline. Hey, you need some papers? Need a poster? You want to get something to make your head happy? Go to Pipeline next door and tell them Spilly Chile sent you, and you'll get a 10% discount. 10% off at Pipeline. Mention Spilly Chile. Love those guys over there. Anyway, once again, thank you so much for letting me entertain you for another week. Talk to you real soon, boys and girls. Have a great one.